Rolling. Okay, ready to get.
Well, howdy, everybody. It's me, John Havard. I'm the host. Thanks for tuning in for this episode of Dad's Gone Mild. I got this really cool guy here today. I'm pretty excited to have him on the show. Not only is he a cool person, but he's also got a badass name. This is my buddy, John Hill. We got a lot of Johns on the show. But I wanted to bring him on because recently I did something really cool that I used something that he's good at. So I did the Carnivore Diet for 30 days, which was an interesting experience. I don't regret it. I would do it again. Probably my wife wouldn't want me to do it again, but I did do it. But John here has a fully operational
beef operation.
Beef operation. There we go. And I bought some surprises for us. We got a couple things that I'm going to make him jump into with me here in a minute. But I actually met you because our kids were in swim together.
Yeah.
In the disgusting little waiting room of the swim place. Is your son going there?
No, so both kids are out of swim now.
Oh, okay. Is the little one swimming great?
Yeah, they're both doing really good.
Your daughter was like a fish. She was amazing.
She's still a fish.
That's so frustrating. Caden's still not the best swimmer. Like, we're back in swim lessons again, actually.
Okay.
We're doing ISR all over again with him.
Oh, wow.
Just no confidence. But that was a super fun thing because we had I think you guys were still in it with us during COVID.
Yeah.
So it was, I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about the facility, but they had a big indoor swim facility with a bunch of pools and then this little bitty waiting area for parents, and you had to sit in there. And it felt like the air conditioner never worked, and we had to wear masks forever, and it was just so it's interesting that we even talked in there because it sucked. But like I said, you have a beef operation, so I buy beef from you. I love the beef that you give me. It's unique. I've never heard of Akaushi beef. Is that how you say it?
Akaushi.
Akaushi.
So
Okay.
it was told to me once, and you'll never forget it. Akaushi rhymes with sushi.
Okay.
Now you'll have it.
All right. I like it. So, but I mean, how does one just get into? Because this isn't like you didn't inherit the beef business, right?
No. The property's been in my family since 1903. Long time. When my grandfather passed, we sectioned off. We were going to sell part of it. My cousin and I teamed up and bought his portion of the land. And our goal was to just basically rehab the land, get it back to native pasture, really work towards, wildlife habitat and, prairie grasses.
Was the purpose for hunting or was it for
Just,
recreation?
yeah, hunting, recreation, wildlife, just
See what a piece of Texas should look like?
exactly.
Yeah.
Just try to get it back to its native state, so, and my cousin George, he's the partner in the beef business with me. His dad has a place in Schulenburg. They've been
Okay.
teamed up with Heart Brand Beef, who is pretty much the originator of Akaushi coming to the States
Really?
in the 90s.
Where's Akaushi? Sorry, Akaushi. Where's
Japan.
that? Japan.
So there's two breeds of Wagyu that left Japan. Akaushi is one of them. Akaushi translates in Japanese as red cow.
Red cow.
Red cow. So they've been dealing with Heart Brand for better part of 20 years probably. And one day we kept a beef, finished it. Holy cow, this is good.
Yeah.
Kind of spread that a little further, and then I made some 10-pound boxes just to test the waters out a little bit.
Yeah.
And it just took off from there.
Well, it's something that I bought some beef off of you before I even did the carnivore thing, and I remember just like cooking it at home. We cooked it a few times, and then we ended up hoarding the rest. And my wife's sitting right there. We were gonna, every time we wanted to cook it, we're like, wait, no, we need to save that. That's the good beef. There's it's just like getting farm fresh eggs versus
Right.
what you get at the grocery store. The quality is just so much different. Like it even cooks differently.
100%.
And some of the things I noticed about your beef is just like there's such a. So at this point I've had, because you offer grain fed or grain finished and
Grass finished.
grass finished. I personally like the grass finished the best. That's what we got this second round, Andrea. But the grain finish was fantastic too. But it's just like, man, this this beef is it's so beefier. It's beefier than what you get at the store.
Right.
The instantaneous difference you notice is the ground beef. Like cooking ground beef from the grocery store versus cooking your stuff, it's almost like cooking a different substance. And it really kind of grosses me out. It makes me wonder, like, what the hell am I eating from the grocery store? And I think that's what's cool about what you do, is because I see this whole new, I mean, I'm a little bit like, if you put a weirdness scale on what you eat, like normally I was nothing. I would eat like a dog, anything. And then after this carnivore experiment, I'm probably a little bit higher up on the, like, wanting to go wholly organic and know where my stuff's coming from.
Right.
I'm not like so weird that I'm not eating, like, I still sneak a Whataburger from time to time. but I think people are wanting to pay more attention to where their food is coming from and knowing that they're getting what they think they're getting.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there's this mistrust throughout the country, and like, are we getting, is this even, should it be food? I mean, Taco Bell. So do you eat Taco Bell?
I haven't in a long time. But I used to.
I haven't eaten it in forever. I mean, I can't remember the last time I ate it. But they got busted for putting, what is it? Doggone it. There you go, wood shavings, sawdust in their meat.
I didn't know that.
And so that somebody actually did the testing on it and found out that it's upwards of 70% sawdust. And they came out and said, at least it's not 100%. Like, so we're literally eating sawdust, knowingly, willfully. This is public information that anybody can know. And we're going out there, we're buying, nachos Bel Grande with just a bunch of sawdust. Well, shit, I'm not a woodpecker. I don't know about you, but I mean, that's not what we're supposed to eat. So I feel like it's important for people to know the quality of what you're eating.
Right.
So you guys, do this test run and everything, and you're like, man, it's sold, everything's good, let's get
Everyone
more.
pretty much that bought a sampler, that's what I called it, just trying to test the water, see what the demand was.
Yeah.
Everyone came back and was like, I want more.
Yeah.
And they had a friend over, made hamburgers for them. Where did you get this? What is this? You know? And that's kind of
that's what I'm saying. Like,
where we taken off. Last year we moved 10,000 pounds of beef.
10,000 pounds
That's
of beef.
crazy.
That's like 3 of me's. That's awesome.
So we're growing. We're growing, and it's
so how many head of cattle do y'all have right now?
It ranges somewhere between 15 and 25, I guess.
Okay.
But we're basically buying off the demand.
What does it take to raise a cow? Like, I'm Cowboy Jack. It's my alter ego. If you don't know this, I make a children's show called Cowboy Jack. You ought to check it out, like, right now. But anyways, I'm not actually a cowboy. I fake my way through all that stuff. So what does it take to raise a cow? Like, are you buying young cows?
So that's what we do. We don't do a cow-calf operation. We're strictly getting steers and raising them and finishing them out. So my uncle,
you have no breeding on your operation?
not on our land.
Yeah.
No, on my cousin, my partner.
That's kind of sad. You have no cow sex on your whole place. I mean, those poor cows. I mean, you think they're living their best life, but they're celibate.
They're eating good.
They're
definitely eating good.
I mean, I can eat good, but I'll still feel like something's missing. All right, sorry, off topic. Anyways, let's get back to the cows. I didn't know. Yeah. Welcome to Dad's Gone Mile, where we talk about the sexual needs of cows.
So my uncle, which is my partner's father,
yeah.
They've got a cow-calf operation in Schulenburg, and that's where he's got a bull, Akaushi bull, Heart brand Akaushi bull, and they breed 2 bred Brangus cattle there. Those calves we bring to our place in Placido, and that's where they're raised and finished.
Where's Placido?
It's just south of Victoria, between Port Lavaca, Victoria. It's basically right in the middle.
Okay.
You'll miss it if you blink.
Jackson County?
It's Victoria County.
Victoria County. No, like Jackson County. We won't talk about that.
We're right there on, we're 12 miles from the coast. We have a great growing season. We're a little honey hole.
Yeah.
It's great for the grasses.
One of the things I think is cool, I follow y'all on social media, and you've invited me a couple times, and I have no time in my life, but the controlled burns. What is that all about?
It's so much fun.
I see a bunch of guys playing with fire.
Exactly. Which is why I don't know why you haven't been out.
I know. So like how does one go about a controlled burn? Like, do you have to engage the fire department?
So yeah, we just let them know. So we work with NRCS, which helps us come up with a good burn plan. There's a lot of old operation on the property on the surface, so we have to disc around everything. We have to get a good parameter disc.
So you've got natural gas and oil.
Yeah, there's production on the property there,
Okay.
so we have to make sure keep fire away from that, right?
Yeah, that's a good
But,
idea. I appreciate that.
It's to get rid of all the woody brush, burn off old vegetation.
That's like
Introduce
what
nitrogen into the soil.
How do you introduce nitrogen into the soil? Just from the burn?
Yes.
The ash itself?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it basically gives the grass a fighting chance against the brush.
So that area of Texas, you're fighting mesquite, aren't you?
No, we're fighting what's proper name is McCartney Rose and Weesatch. We call it Rose.
Yeah,
Sedge.
I know both of
It's
those. That's
horrible.
my favorite plants. So.
They suck.
Do they have thorns?
Yes.
See, that's what I hate. Like mesquite brush will just tear you up.
Yeah, we've got, I don't know, a handful of mesquite on the entire place. Our thing is it's Weesach. If you chop it, it'll sprout more legs.
So what do you do? Will burning it get rid of it?
So chemical and then burning. Burning will just set it back and give the grass a little better fighting chance, but it won't kill it. You got to hit it with chemical.
You gotta double kill it.
Yeah. And even chemicals, it's hard. They actually came out with a chemical recently, last couple of years, that's supposed to be, it's a guaranteed kill on Weesach. It's very expensive.
But is it okay for the cow? It has to be okay for
Yeah,
the cows. But
for sure.
cows don't want anything to do with this stuff, right?
No.
They're not eating it. They
No.
don't get anything.
Wildlife can eat, they eat some stuff off the rose edge and Weesach, which I learned that from NRCS. It's actually really high in protein, so I'm like, do we need to kill it all?
Yeah. You're like, we could maybe get some bigger antlers out here.
Exactly.
Well, that's like
Just invasive,
deer
man.
will
It's
deer will
horrible.
occasionally eat. They eat the mesquite seeds and everything.
Right.
But then you have to deal with it, and it's also incredible camouflage. If you're hunting and that, it sucks.
Yeah. The
Um,
rose edge it just spreads like wildfire.
So
Bad.
so you burn it, and then how I've never experienced this, but so after you do a burn, everything's burned, scorched earth, you've come through. How soon does grass start coming in?
Within a week, 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have to seed for it or
no.
anything? It just
It's
that's
natural seedbed.
And is it like coastal hay or what?
We've got blue stem, bushy.
I ask him like I know what kind of anything about this stuff.
There's several native grasses that are there that are just they flourish really well.
So the cattle that y'all are raising on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just bring them in and they just eat naturally. Like you're not having to bring in any feed. You're not giving them grains or anything.
No, not so. Only our grain finished cattle. They leave the property for the last 300 days
And go to a feedlot. Yeah.
But the grass finished, they're there from weaning until processing, and they eat nothing but.
I have a lot of
native
questions
pasture.
about processing, but I'm not going to ask them right now. I feel like we ought to jump into one of these.
If you really want to.
So I got. If you want, you can eat one of the. I thought these were jalapeno peppers. They're telling me this is a serrano pepper,
It sure looks like serrano to me.
but I'll give you the option. We can either try the Hellfire Cranked Extreme Black Garlic Reaper Sauce that the guy that sold it to me told me it would not kill us, or we can eat one of these peppers.
I say we go with that one.
I was saving this for the last because I don't know that you're gonna be able to talk after this one.
Oh, okay.
This is called
I
Mad
wanna get
Dog
the bad one out of
357.
the way.
It has a freaking bullet on the side of it. I think they mean business with this stuff. The guy that sold it to me told me he's like Mr. Hot Sauce. He has this hot sauce store in Old Town Spring. It's an amazing place. They actually also have a ton of barbecue ribs, and I'm gonna go back there when I have more time. He has a whole room of barbecue ribs, like everything you could ever imagine. He actually has W sauce. No free ads, but W sauce is amazing.
Okay.
And he said, okay, so I'm reading that this one says 6 million Scoville units, and I don't know what a Scoville unit is, but it sounds bad. And this has 6 million of them. I don't know if that's like 6 million in the whole bottle or like each drop has it. I don't know how many Scoville
per
units
serving.
it says.
Serving
Yeah.
size.
Yeah. But he said this one would get a reaction.
Well, let's try it.
This one?
Yeah.
All right.
Silver Collector's Edition. Collector's Edition.
That's good. I wanted the collector's edition. I've been thinking about it for a long time. How much are we doing? Just a taste, right?
Yeah.
I'm not drinking this stuff. It's so hot it won't even come out of the bottle.
That's plenty.
You think that's plenty?
I don't know how.
I don't know either. I've never done this.
And we're going to do it live.
I can smell it. It doesn't smell that hot. Wait a second, dude. What's going on there? He's trying to get it on the table so he don't have to eat as much. This is. I'm not gonna say that.
Now it's all over my fingers too. Cheers.
Yay. Oh,
You said I'll get a reaction.
that's a reaction. That's
hot.
that's hot. It's not.
Got good flavor though. I like the garlic.
It has a good flavor. It has something. It's it's got. I think afterburn is the word I'm looking for here. Christ Almighty!
I feel like there's flames coming out of my mouth right now.
Wait till you take a.
I could
never
light
mind.
something.
Wow.
You could light charcoal with your breath right now.
Yeah, but it's not. I honestly feel like eating a habanero pepper is worse than that. Because I've done that in this room before.
I don't know.
And it was, lick your lips. That makes it better. I was being sarcastic. You're screwed.
Don't wipe your nose.
You should touch your eyes.
It's calming down a little bit.
It is calming down. All right, so I'm excited for the next one.
You're excited?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, no.
It's actually.
I don't want to drink the water. I'm looking at the water. I don't want to drink it.
I have one too. I'm gonna go in.
It's gonna make it worse.
I feel like I can't talk. That's the problem. Is like every time I talk, it's the stuff coming out that makes it worse. Moving right along. So,
Moving right
so how often do you have to like maintain? God, it's like I can't really talk. How often do you have to like get in there with the cows? I mean, like, are you?
I mean, we're checking on them daily, weekly. But as far as handling them, we, whenever they need vaccination, worming,
How often do you have to do that? Like worming a
seasonal.
cow.
That's
Seasonal.
Yeah.
Well, how long so from when you get them? It's really hard to talk right now. When you get them young, they first introduced to your.
So we're
place.
weaning them from the mom, 6 to 8 months old, somewhere around there. That's
And then when are they ready to be moved to processing?
so most of our stuff's processed 28 to 30 months old. Our grass finish, we're trying to get under 30 months because after 30 months you can't do bone-in cuts anymore.
Why?
It's
The bone's too hard. Or
for
something?
mad cow disease.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's in the spinal cord. But you basically, so after 30 months, USDA or inspection won't allow you to do bone-in cuts.
I'll be darned. Even like you're just like Joe Schmo who has a cow on his property, and you're like taking it to a processor.
What's that again?
Like if I had a cow and he's like 5 years old.
Yeah, I mean you can go get ground beef all you want. You can get
Oh, anything
Steaks.
that's not bone in.
yeah.
I didn't know that
You
mad
can't do
cow.
like a bone-in ribeye anymore. You can't do your ribs anymore.
So mad cow disease is a bone disease.
Oh,
It's in the bones. You don't want the bones in there.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. Your bones get mad when you get old. Yeah. I know my bones are mad. So stuff's hot.
It is hot. I definitely got color.
Yeah, I feel like I'm still a little red. I mean, I'm like the whitest guy I know. Like I have naturally just like clear skin, and then I go in the sun. I turn Porky Pig pink for one day. I peel, and then I'm like the poster child for that movie Powder with John Travolta all over again.
All over again.
Like, I tried for years to tan and stuff, and I finally accepted the fact that, the sunscreen that you put on your nose, like as a lifeguard, I need to use that on my whole body. That's how white I am. You ever had any a funny story from the cow business? Like get off into something weird that you didn't know how to handle or something?
There's always you're learning new stuff all the time.
Like,
the
I
best
imagine
thing
trucks
is,
stuck in the mud, all that kind of stuff.
think of a really good one. So we call our knucklehead cows, we call them karate cows because they like to kick.
Knucklehead cows?
Yeah, knuckleheads are like the ones you don't want to keep, the ones that are going to town.
Oh, they're just being crazy?
So any knucklehead cows, they go to town.
Okay.
Which means they're getting sold.
That's like on
with-
Yellowstone, they're going to the train station.
Exactly. They're going to the train station. We don't deal with knucklehead cattle because they feed off each other. If you got one that won't come in to feed, that won't come in, when you're trying to work, just being a knucklehead, busting through a fence, whatever the case is,
Yeah.
you don't want to keep him because the others will follow.
Okay.
So
No knucklehead cows.
knucklehead cows. We had a guy working cattle at my uncle's place in Schulenburg, and he's like, some of these are some goddamn karate cows. They're just kicking. It just be a knucklehead, and they're like, yep, those are going.
So those are the worst ones to have to try to get caught.
Yeah,
the sake of-
exactly. And then, at our place, once we get to Placido, if there's any knuckleheads left, we wean them out.
So when I was in college, my buddy's parents had a really nice place in Lockhart, or I guess it was actually technically Dale, Texas.
Okay.
And he always ran cows. They have a pretty serious cattle operation out there now, but our kind of deal was, hey, we'll help you with anything you need on the place if you let us hunt and do whatever we want out there. So we would predator hunt, we would, deer hunt, fish, do anything we wanted. We had access to all this land just as college kids. I mean, our dorms were right up the road. It was
Awesome.
It was awesome. But I've never worked cattle in my life. I'm actually technically pretty terrified of any animal bigger than myself. We've done a lot of cowboy jack stuff. We ride horses, and farm animals are fine, but just something about cows, man, they just don't like me. And we get out there, and my buddy's dad's like, "Hey, I need y'all to help me load. I got this little, heifer. It had horns. I don't know, little
Horns
small
that-
bull."
So
So,
make it
he goes like,
female.
so they had this 1 acre pond that basically had just a very small walkway around the edge of it, and they used that as a holding pen for certain things that they were getting rid of. So they were getting rid of this mean ass little cow, and he had it in that pen, and he had the trailer backed up. There's a chute at the end of it, and he's like, "I need y'all to help me get this thing into the truck because I'm gonna haul him off." Okay, and so I walk to one side of the pond. My buddy walks to the other side of the pond. And this cow's just running, tearing ass around this pond as fast as he can, right? And I'm terrified every time he comes to me. He's not big. He's he's not as tall as I am. I don't know how much cows weigh, but he's maybe 300 or 400 pounds, 500 pounds at most. I don't know. But he keeps charging full speed at me, and every time I'm getting more and more freaked out. My buddy's dad is just dying laughing at me. He's like, "Just grab tree branches. He will not hit you." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever." And so I grabbed a couple of oak branches that were laying on the ground, and I'm running at this cow, trying to scare him towards the chute, going, "Come on, cow! Come on, cow!" And he runs right at me and will not stop. So the first time he actually hit my shirt with his horns, and I was just like, "I'm done." And my buddy's dad's like, "Don't be a wuss, get out there and move him." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever." And so it's me playing Toro with this cow on a strip of land no wider than this table we're sitting at, and I'm holding these tree branches. I'm like, "I'm not letting him buy me this time. I'm not gonna let him scare me." And he runs at me, and I jump into the pond. That little sucker took 3 steps past me, turns around, and comes in after me. And I swam all the way across that pond. I've never seen grown men laugh so hard in my life. I was dying. That's
knucklehead cow.
He had teeth,
He
man.
got
They have teeth. You never know.
And horns.
Yeah, for sure. It was scary. It was scary. So I've had some cow instances.
So that's a knucklehead cow.
I also got knocked out
he
of
goes to the train station.
So my dumb self, you're a cattle guy and you drive a maroon truck. So my thing is, I've my whole life I've driven white trucks. I don't know why. I just like a white truck.
truck is the best truck.
I agree. Couldn't agree more. I even convinced my wife to switch to all white vehicles too. But what color truck does the cattle guy usually always drive?
White.
Yeah. So I had a good tree stand on the edge of a pasture, and it was just right there on the edge. But I didn't want to park. There was nowhere to hide the truck over there, right? So I had to park and walk in. And it was a pretty good walk. Well, I parked my truck. I mean, I had an F-150 back then too. It was a white truck. I get my rifle. I'm walking. I park, and I'm walking through some brush and then around to this tree stand. And it's probably like 300 yards to that tree stand. And this cow got mad that I didn't have any range cubes or anything in the back of my truck. And he followed me all the way to the tree stand. And it's like uncomfortable because I'm terrified of cows. And he knows I'm terrified. He's snorting and sniffing right behind me, nudging me with his nose. And I'm like, I'm going to die. I just want to get to this ladder so I can get up this tree. As soon as I get there, the thing just keeps hitting the tree. Headbutting the tree, hitting it with his body.
You need a good slingshot.
So yeah, you want to know why I don't like cows? I don't like cows. But back to reality here. One of the things I like about getting beef from you guys, I get some interesting cuts that I've never had before. Like
we've got a lot of customers that say, "Man, I've never heard of this. What is this?"
Yeah.
And we kind of coach through how to cook, or where it comes from, and it's you get a lot of cuts that you don't typically see.
Well, that's I had never heard. I mean, and a lot of it's just naming and stuff like that. But the Pike's Peak roast, I had never experienced that at all.
Right.
And it's pretty cool. And then of course you got the oxtails. I haven't cooked those yet. Not oxtails. Good. What do you call it?
Osobuco.
Osobuco.
You should have both.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But we hoard it. We don't ever cook it. But you also another cool thing is that beef tallow.
Yes.
So this guy educated me on beef tallow. Apparently my wife already knew everything about it. But tallow is like a really good everything. I didn't know you can cook with it. It's
the WD-40 of the cow. You can use it for anything. I mean, my favorite so far is the grilled cheese in beef tallow. Oh my God.
Are you like frying it in it, or just like instead of using butter?
It's a butter replacement. It's an oil replacement. It's a skincare product. I mean, like I said, it's WD-40. You use it on anything.
And I didn't know, so when I first got
it on my beard right now.
Yeah, I got it on my hands. Not today, I don't. But yeah, he makes I don't know what you call it. Tallow bomb.
It originated with kind of messing around with beard balm, I guess, but I realized that my wife has eczema. She puts it on there. It took it away. My son had some eczema. Took it away. I had a guy at work had real cracked hands or whatever. He's got diabetes, and for some reason it really agitates his left hand.
Yeah.
He started putting it on there, and he's like, "Oh my God!"
Well, that's what it helped
me. My hand
with.
looked like this in years.
That's what it helped me with, because during the wintertime, my skin turns into like snake skin, and I'll just putting it in my jeans pocket will rip it open.
Oh wow!
Not like rip it open, but I'll have cracked knuckles. It looks like my name is Kyle, and I've been punching a bunch of drywall or something. Monster energy and wall punching. That's what I'm here for, So, but no, that stuff seriously, it cleared my hands right up. It was I really like it. But you were telling me how to make tallow and stuff, and I had no idea about it, but it's interesting, right?
You just render it down from fat trimmings. I mean, so I'm mad at myself for not knowing about this, but I mean, usually I trim a brisket and throw everything away. Why do you need all this fat?
I always do.
Now I just trim it, throw it into the crock pot, and I've got tallow.
So how do you know when it's done?
It quits bubbling.
It quits bubbling.
Yeah. So the entire time it's in there, it'll be bubbling, kind of crackling. You stir it. When it quits bubbling, it's done. Filter it out. Put it in a mason jar.
Filter it? What do you mean filter it?
So I run it through. First, I run it through just a mesh metal strainer, and then I run it through a cheesecloth to get it even finer.
What's in there?
It's just
leftover
meat pieces, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
yeah, because the fat will render down basically into it almost looks like a crackling or like a Yeah, like a crackling.
Not everybody knows what a crackling is.
Okay, pork rind.
Pork rind. There you
It
go.
looks like a
We
pork
call them
rind.
cracklings. I don't eat those things. I like it sucks like because I'm on keto and
You
you
can
can
eat
eat those. I know. I cannot stand them. I think they're the most disgusting thing that's ever been on this.
You hunt hogs?
Yeah,
It smells just like
yeah. I don't have any use for them. Like I won't eat raw. I won't eat wild pig at all.
you're crazy.
No,
I
I'm
love
not. I have a tongue that likes good things, and that's not one of them.
You're crazy. I love it.
Man, it's just so gamey. I don't know. Something about it. I'm good. No, I had a big old roast that I put in the crock pot, just an everything stew off of the last hog that I had, and it was just inedible, disgusting.
I'm gonna have to.
That's like eating a javelina to me. Like
I'm
I would
not a javelina fan.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't eat it.
I've tried it once. Maybe I did it wrong. I'm not sure. But feral
I saw a
hogs,
video.
I mean, I eat them all the
So
time.
I like predator hunting. There's a dude who made what do you call it? Bobcat backstraps. I'm out. Anything
Never had
carnivore,
cat.
I'm not eating. Like I got to the top of the food chain, so I'm not eating. I'm not even going for that crap.
I've never had cat.
What do you think?
Let's do it. I finally have calmed down. I thought
Yeah,
my
I
lips
feel-
were shaking there for a
I
little
feel good.
while.
I feel good. Excuse the bullet while I get this stuff. This stuff just smells hot.
Mm.
This is last episode we did smelling
I think it
salts.
just
At
burnt
least
all my
you know.
nose hairs.
Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna take another sniff. That's a huge pour.
Yeah, I want about half that.
Let's see what you get.
All right.
Oh, the drip got you. The last drip. Here's the lid. This is gonna suck. So for those of you at home, if you can see, this is how much of the Mad Dog 357 hot sauce made with 6 million Scoville pepper extract. Silver Collector's Edition.
That's
we're,
right.
We're riding high here, brother. This is, I don't know, it just says hotter than Satan's breath. So let's just get it over with. Cheers.
That stained the spoon.
It actually doesn't,
I don't know if you can see that. It stained the spoon.
it's not hot yet. I feel like something's happening, but it's not that hot
It's hot
yet.
right here.
I feel like this one's worse.
I don't know. That one was hotter instantly.
Huh.
This one's got a tingly burn.
Oh, yeah, when you talk, you're right, it's right here. It's, I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Ah,
It's a slow burn. Here it
Yeah.
comes.
yeah.
It's coming on.
I feel like we're on the same timetable. It's hurting the end of my tongue now.
It's creeping.
Yeah.
Whew.
It's not. No, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna talk.
Yeah,
I'm just
quit
gonna-
saying it's not hot.
Y'all just sit here and
Every
watch.
time you
me
say
for
that, it
fun.
gets hotter.
I really almost feel like this.
That one was
No,
hotter originally. This
no,
is
no.
way hotter now.
Yeah, it's worse. It's worse.
Mm-hmm. I knew it was going to be a creeper.
My legs are sweating. Is that normal? Are my legs supposed to be sweating right now? Let's see.
Whoa.
You got tissue?
No, I'm good. I'm
Okay, I
good.
do.
That's hot.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's,
That's
way
the
hot.
back of my throat.
Okay.
Are my ears supposed to ring like this? Is that
That's funny. My ears are ringing. Your
seriously?
ears are turning red.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. I'd freaking hope so.
That's hot.
I'm really sweating like a lot.
I feel like I'm shaking or something.
Yeah.
Originally, that one was hotter. This one, it keeps building.
Dude, there's a legal disclaimer on this. I'm sorry. Andrea, tell the rest of my family I love them. Well, you will not have a problem with constipation, I feel like. After doing that.
Is it going to be better than Taco Bell?
Yeah, you don't even need any wood shavings.
Taco Bell's like a once a month visit kind of thing, just
Clean out. I can't talk yet. I feel like my tongue is throbbing. Is your tongue throbbing? Like maybe a swelling?
the water helps. Water helps.
For all you folks at home, do not eat Mad Dog 357
You don't
hot
need that
sauce. This is the dumbest thing I've ever. I'm actually mad at myself right now. I was gonna try to make this funny, but I'm just ticked off now.
Talking and breathing makes it worse.
Yeah, I feel like the breathing thing is kind of a necessity, though, right? Can't stop doing that.
Thing is, I was trying to see if maybe through the nose would help. Not really, because it's just runny.
Oh no, my lips! I didn't even touch my lips with it, and it's like killing them.
That's hot.
Let's wrap it up. Let's call it a day. I think I'm good here. You think?
Sure.
Tell folks how they can find your beef operation.
We have an Instagram and Facebook page, Sundowner Hill Akaushi.
Sundowner Hill Akaushi. That's A-K...
A-U-S-H-I.
A-K-A-S-H-U... I can't talk.
A-K-A-U-S-H-I. Akaushi.
Well, thanks for coming on, dude.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it. Thanks for eating dumb hot stuff with me.
Yeah, I'm not going to put that on my beef.
No, I'm not putting it in. I'm putting it straight in the trash because this is garbage. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Can't wait to see you next time where we're not going to eat anything hot, I promise. So stay tuned. See you later. Yay.
How'd I do? That's the first time I've ever been filmed for anything in my
My
life.
ass is sweating profusely.
Your lip